Welcome back to another tutorial. Today we will recreate this tracked video game player animation. First, take a clip of your car already color graded and create a new Fusion clip and open this up in the Fusion page. I've got here on the left window the finished animation as a reference. So first select your media in, hit Shift and Spacebar, type in tracker. Take the tracker and select a high contrast point. I'll take here this thing on the roof, because I want the animation on top of the car. Then go here to adaptive mode, best match, drag it back and forth. Then go here to operation and match move. So everything follows this tracker. So first we're gonna make these two squares. For that we need a background node and a rectangle attached to the background. Then with the background selected, take a multi-merge. Very important, a multi-merge, not a simple merge, because we need to connect multiple things into this multi-merge. Then connect the multi-merge to the tracker. Now you see a black square. Take the background and choose a color you want. In my example, it's white. Then select a rectangle and create a rectangle you want to have, just for the outline. Then go over and disable solid, and here by the border width take this to around 0.01, and this will be the outline. And then take the rectangle and the background, copy this with Ctrl or Command C and Ctrl or Command V and connect it to the merge as well. Then select the new rectangle, enable solid and adjust the size and the position over here. When we zoom in a little bit, looks perfect. And then we want a text node connected also to the multi-merge node. Here I type in the number 001. You can type in whatever you want. I select my font and change the color to something like light gray. Okay, and position it over here. Then just copy this text node with all your adjustments. You can delete the merge node, you don't need it because we connect it once again to the multi-merge node. Then type in the name of your player, I would say. My player has the name of Black Devil because I think it fits very well to this car, and just place it where you want it to have, like here. And the last one we need is this little triangle. Here once again we need a background node connected to the multi-merge. Select your color, and with the background selected we take here the polygon. Then simply draw a triangle down here like this. And now you see this is fully tracked here, but the angle is not right. So after the multi-merge we hit Shift and Spacebar, type in DVE, so we can position this with the X, Y and Z rotation exactly as it needs to be. And we do it after the merge node because we don't want to rotate every single text and background and rectangle. So we do it after the multi-merge, so we can rotate this whole tree together like this. And when we look at the preview, it's perfectly tracked above our car. Maybe it needs to be a bit more on this side. Like this looks perfect to me. And for the little extra spice, I want this triangle to come down and this text block appears. So I take my polygon and the background. After that I hit Shift and Spacebar, type in transform. I go to the frame where I want the triangle to have fully appeared, maybe on frame 15. Go right here to the transform node, set the keyframe on the position, go 10 frames back, then I drag this triangle a bit up, set the keyframe on the size, 1 frame back and again on the size, and reduce it to 0. So here the triangle is not visible, and on the next frame the triangle appears and then it goes down. Then open up your splines. Up here on the splines window, click here on this little icon, zoom to fit. Disable the size. We don't want to smooth the size. We only want to smooth how the triangle falls down. Select everything and press S to smoothen them out, and I want the triangle to fall down and go a bit too far and then jump a bit back. So we just drag this line up here. So now it comes very fast, goes a bit too far and comes back. When you watch it here, like this, very smooth. Then go over here to settings and enable motion blur, drag it up to 10 and shutter angle all the way up. So we have this one. And here on frame 15, where the triangle animation is finished, I want to animate this text block. And to take the whole text block, I select everything up here without the triangle, disconnect it from the multi-merge and also the DVE, take a new multi-merge, connect the triangle and connect it with DVE, and connect the multi-merge with the new multi-merge. And with that, we can animate just this text block all here in between. So all this up here is a text block, and we just want to animate this and not the triangle. So it's totally up to you how you want to animate it. I animate it the same way as I did it with the triangle. So I copy this transform node over this merge node and just go over here to the splines and just take all the splines and drag it over to frame 15. And to do that, hover over your keyframes until your mouse looks like this. Not like this with the plus, like this, so it looks to the right side. Hit and hold shift to drag it over. If you don't hold shift, it goes like up and down and everywhere. So hold down shift and then you can drag it over to the position you want it to have. So your animation looks like this. So in my opinion, the text block could arrive a bit earlier and not so fast. So we drag it like 3 or 4 frames to the right. Disable the size. And I drag this one over and make the curve not so big like this. And your animation looks like this. So that's it for this tracked video game player animation. Have fun creating and see you in the next one.